welcome to Leaders of Tomorrow, 18 our special initiative that celebrates the undying entrepreneurial spirit of micro, small and medium enterprises. Here's what we have lined up on the show for you tonight. A conversation with Walnut on our Insight segment, and on Bright Sparks tonight, we're featuring Doodlo Drama and the KIS Group. Now, demonetization as well as the digital push by the government is bringing about more and more innovation in the industry, and one such innovative idea has been the Walnut app, which was started as a personal finance app, but post-demonetization, the company has started a service to help you find ATMs with cash in it and is looking at bank tie-ups to facilitate peer-to-peer or P2P money transfers. Take a listen. Let's start by talking about Walnut and ask you to break it down really for our viewers.
Yeah, so Walnut is India's leading personal finance app. We started out in 2014, and one of the key thoughts that we had then was that banks and financial institutions are sending you a lot of information on SMSs, and there's no real way to consume that. So that's the thought that we started off with, and built a personal finance around the concept that you don't have to lift your finger to manage your finances and everything happens automatically. So we understand messages coming from banks, we understand messages coming from financial institutions, from insurance companies, from any transaction that you did, and build a personal finance view that tells you what you spent, where you spent, how you spent it. Did you spend a lot on food and drink? Did you watch a lot of movies? What kind of bills do you have that you need to be paid this month? We give you bill reminders. We evolved from there into an app that also allows you to track the spends that you do with your friends. Say you go out for a movie, you go out for dinner, help you split those bills and manage a shared ledger with your friends, and then take it from there. We also added a feature. We worked with Visa and ICICI to add a feature to be able to send money directly to your friends from the app itself. So if, let's say, you went out for a movie, split a bill, and then transfer money to your friends directly from the app. Once demonetization was announced last year, we launched a new feature which really took off very well and was very appreciated all over the country. We helped users find ATMs with cash. So we took transaction information that we had. We asked our users for crowdsourced information. We used a lot of machine learning and launched a feature that allowed you to, at a single click, find which ATM near you was dispensing cash, which had cash available.
What is the need for a personal finance app, Patanjali? If you can tell our MSMEs what really the need is for something like this and how they can go about using it.
One of the basic tenets of personal finance management is that you can't really manage it unless you track and understand what you're doing. So Walnut has a very our tagline is make money simple. So the idea is that we make it really simple for you to understand what's happening with your money. And the next step is to then, save or invest or, take it or make your money grow. So to make that, so if you're for example, a small business owner, or you are an individual, or you're a freelancer, or you're just, want to have a grip of your personal finances, typically in India, you'll be using, say, a credit card from one bank, you would be using, you'd be having a salary account in another bank. It's very difficult to have a 360-degree view of what's happening with your money. So an app like Walnut helps you have a one-shot view of this without actually doing too much effort.
So if I can ask you, the function really of this app is that it reads SMSs that come in from banks or other financial institutions. Do you ever face questions or concerns in terms of security, and how do you handle that?
So it's pretty pretty top of the mind for a lot of people in about privacy and in terms of the data that we have. So we take it very seriously. We have all the safeguards in place from a data security standpoint, PCI certification, etc. The interesting thing is this is data that was already on your phone even before Walnut came across, right? The messages were there already. This is information that's come to your phone. Anyone who can read your inbox can actually read these messages. We take it seriously. We give you a view where we manage that data very securely on our servers. So from a Walnut standpoint, we make sure that we do not share your data with any third parties. There is a lot of thought that has gone behind our, the product itself that makes sure that your data is protected, and the fact that we don't share it at any point with a third party without your consent. We don't run, for example, ads based on your data. We don't collect data and share it with any partner for any other purpose unless we have user consent for that particular purpose.
Whenever we talk finance in India, Patanjali, there's of course the whole regulation and the regulatory concerns and the framework that we have to talk about. So maybe I can ask you to talk about any challenges that you've seen to having and using an app like this in India?
So a product like this, one of the biggest challenges has been how do we make it relevant to the Indian consumer? One primary way we make it relevant and easy is, of course, we read SMSs, and that is what the app is based on. This is a very Indian financial institution thing. Also, in terms of what kind of data our users would like to leverage, the challenge lies in finding out what would really engage our user in terms of the financial data that they would like to view, the financial data that they would like to analyze and understand. I mean, we have to make sure that, for us, one of the important things is to make sure that it is easy enough for the consumer to digest. One more challenge, of course, is when we get into the journey of helping the users manage their money. Every user is different. Every user has their own limitations, their own expectations, and their own risk profiles, and that is something that we would, in the app, we'd like to make sure that we are serving each user individually.
Let's talk demonetization. Everyone's talking demonetization in India right now, and I can only imagine that a business like yours is benefiting hugely from demonetization. Talk to us about how the move has really played out for your own business.
One of the big things we realized when the Prime Minister made the announcement was that there would be a cash crunch, and there would be people wanting to figure out how they could save their time and also ensure that they could withdraw money. Very quickly, within 48 hours, we launched a feature that allowed users to find an ATM with cash. The way we did this was, we already have transaction data across all our users, of course, aggregate and anonymized data. We knew locations of ATMs. We crowdsourced information about how long the queue is, what kind of notes are being dispensed over there. We iterated on the feature itself maybe about 8 or 10 times during the period, and kept improving the data, kept improving the accuracy of the data, and received tremendous feedback about this feature, and using this feature, brought in a lot of users to the idea of personal finance management. So a lot of users came in, found an ATM, could get cash out, solve their immediate problem, and then embarked on the journey of personal finance with us. So demonetization from that perspective has been a great way for people to come to know about Walnut, to be able to see the benefits that Walnut has beyond just the simple feature of being able to find an ATM with cash. We've done a bunch of reports around the whole demonetization piece, the most recent one being the cashless scorecard that we built for all the states, where we ranked Gujarat, Telangana, Haryana and Telangana as the states that really performed well on the cashless side. So that is from our contribution to the whole digital movement and the cashless movement in India.
So then let me try and understand from you the scope for innovation in India and why we don't see enough of that happening, and maybe your opinion on how MSMEs can overcome that.
I think it's so a lot of the innovation really is coming from small and nimble companies, or at least startups that are moving very fast, which is pretty much representative of what happens in any other industry, where a lot of incumbents are there with not too much incentive to move fast. But companies like us, for us, it's really if we move fast, if we are able to build a product out, if we are able to capture our users' imagination, we are able to reap the benefits out of that. We're also looking at a very young India. Predominant users of Walnut would be in the 20 to 32 year age group, maybe getting into their first jobs. So from that perspective, it's important that we are able to be really engaging and capture their attention quickly and keep their attention once we have captured it. So it's just an imperative for us to be moving fast and to be building our product out very rapidly, to be able to keep pace with the needs of this generation.
As I wind up this interview, talk to us about what the way forward is looking like.
As we move forward, our idea is to really make things related to money very simple for our users. So we will be getting into areas like how they can manage their money, where can they save their money, what kind of instruments will help them save their money, recommendations from a financial product perspective. We will be working on areas like helping our young users leverage credit for their consumption needs, for their short and long-term planning. So in a sense, as India moves mobile, we believe that with the explosion of mobile data happening, with the explosion of smartphones happening in India, a large number of users at that age group in India going forward who will enter the financial mainstream will predominantly be mobile. They will predominantly use apps to do all their financial work, and they will look for simple solutions that are transparent and that really talk to them at the with the agility and the language that that they are used to and they would be looking for. And that, we believe, is an opportunity for us as we bring more and more consumers from that age group into the financial space, we would want Walnut to be top of the mind for them.
Time for a break. When we come back, we'll feature Doodler Drama and the KIS Group. You're back with us here on The Leaders of Tomorrow. And tonight on Bright Sparks, we're featuring Doodler Drama and the KIS Group. On Bright Sparks tonight, we're bringing you the story of a storyteller, a cartoonist and a doodler all in one package. Meet the woman who turned her passion into her profession and launched Doodler Drama. Palumi Mukhopadhyay caught up with Monica Tata, who spoke about organic branding being the boon to her online business.
Remember the Peace Out Nom Nom Priest from Travelary ad? Or the India vs Pakistan uninterrupted ad of Swiggy? Or maybe the Friday Fever ambulance ad of Ola? All these cool creative have only one common link. The doodler who created them all. Meet Monica Tata from Doodler Drama. Monica designs doodles for individuals as well as for corporates. Within a short span of time, she managed to illustrate a variety of products starting from personalized wedding invites, custom works, arts and posters, app stickers, campaigns for other startups and so on.
Monica, how did you doodle your career sitting on your desktop?
Basically, I've never really thought of making doodling my career. I always had an interest in drawing. And but then it was only like, I think about close to 2 years ago that I realized that I can actually turn this into a career. I started off with doing illustrations and custom invitations, wedding invitations for friends and family. But soon after that, I started getting a lot of orders from friends of friends and acquaintances who wanted me to do the same and were ready to pay. And I think that's when the idea struck that I can actually turn this into a full-fledged career.
So how easy or difficult is it to actually make a mark on social media by creating doodles? If I may ask, how different is doodle from other ways of storytelling?
Right, so it was difficult to create a space of my own, but today I think I have a niche audience. What I do is, if you've seen my work, I do a lot of these real life stories. I basically take everyday life tragedies and turn them into comics. So I think that's what I'm known as, a storyteller, and it took me time definitely, but I think I slowly, gradually got there, and I think I still have a long way to go. So I think you need to understand, as anybody who wants to get onto social media and make a business out of it, I think they need to understand and realize what is it that they're bringing to the table and what is it that makes them unique and stand out.
Monica, how does a customer get in touch with you? What is the process of procuring your product or merchandise? How do you sell them?
So as far as products is concerned, merchandising is concerned, people who want to own Doodler Drama merchandise, and if you want to say for example t-shirts or coffee mugs, posters, etc., there is an option. I have outsourced the work to e-commerce sites because it just makes my job easy. E-commerce sites like Qpic, Poster Gully, Soul Store, etc. So these guys take care of the printing and shipping to the customers. I am only solely responsible for putting up the design. So that's the merchandise bit of it. I am not getting into merchandise anytime soon. I want to focus on customized commissions alone.
So you created this platform 2 years back, but what's the plan ahead? Where do you want to see Doodler Drama 5 years from now?
I want to be doing books in future. I want to do graphic novels. So currently, I think if you look at the Indian market, when we think of graphic novels, we only think of DC and Marvel Comics or Chacha Chaudhary for that matter. There's nobody who's doing Zen pencils like work or Persepolis or Memoir. So I want to basically change the perspective about graphic novels and make graphic novels for everyone. Like I can do adult stories in graphic novels. So that's the idea, that's the scope of Doodler Drama. I think I want to take it in that direction where I want to start doing graphic novels, books based on various themes. It could be corporate humor, it could be for women in general, it could be on feminism. So yeah, so that's the general direction I want to take Doodler Drama in.
So is social media a boon or bane for entrepreneurs who are sitting at home and doing business? Do you think you can leverage this tool for your business?
Currently, I think I always tell this to people that Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, all of this is like a boon. It's a blessing for all of us in this age because you don't have to really spend much on marketing. For me, my Facebook page is a PR agent for me because my Facebook page does most of the majority of the work, I'd say. I think anybody who's seen my work and shared it, most of it happens on Facebook, and then it goes viral, it goes to Twitter, it goes to Instagram, and I get to hear stories. People share it on WhatsApp as well. So my marketing tools and PR agencies and everything combined, I think Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of these social media platforms work as my marketing tools for me.
Leveraging from social media, Monica managed to sketch her passion into her profession and collaborated with various e-commerce websites to merchandise her designs and outline some beautiful products for all doodle lovers.
While Swachh Bharat has probably been one of the Modi government's key initiatives, the trickle-down effect of the same has been a little sporadic. One company ensuring a more sustainable environment in the country through biogas, water treatment plants as well as effluent management is the KIS Group. Libza Manan brings you the story.
Often referred to as the knowledge house of biogas and ETP solutions, KIS Group helps industries in preserving the environment with a complete range of sustainable green technology solutions for all types of industrial effluents.
Talking about the company's global presence, would you like to highlight the projects across Southeast Asia and also elsewhere in the globe?
We are present right now in 7 countries, that includes India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, UAE, Colombia and Brazil. And we have done various projects in all these countries, including sustainable water treatment, sustainable biogas projects, and we are exporting biogas to the grid. That's probably, I am not sure that is happening in India at the moment, but 4 years back we did a project and we are exporting green power to the electricity grid. And we have done projects in Ivory Coast, Africa, and Nigeria in Africa, Dubai for Unilever, and Malaysia more than 15, Indonesia more than 15 projects we are doing.
And what are the different sustainable technologies that are offered by the group today?
See, today we are providing something called zero pollution, zero pond system for basically agriculture industries. If you look at agriculture industry all over the world, including India, they use like ponds, what you call lakes to treat their wastewater, and that creates tremendous groundwater pollution, methane emission and things like that. So we conceived a system or a designed something called zero pond system. Zero, there is no lagoons used, and also captures methane. So that is what we conceived it first of its kind in the world. And then we also did a project in Malaysia which is using agriculture waste to produce green energy. And these are all university approved projects.
Right. And would you like to highlight any aid or support from the government in order to strengthen the company's global presence?
We have the potential to be like Infosys of India in terms of sustainable technologies. We are the only Indian company with such a global footprint and having projects delivered worldwide and having recognized worldwide. We got recognition from Germany, in Indonesia, and also we got a global award for Peacock award, and now we also been recognized as Asia's greatest brand for sustainable energy. So definitely the government needs to support us to make it to the next level so that we can make it faster.
And Raghu, being a global name, what advice do you have for Indian MSMEs who want to establish a strong foothold across the globe?
I believe first of all they need to have something different, little bit different, a credible thing. Second thing is patience, because in the global market, let's say for example, we are present in Latin America last 5 years. So you have a company there, and then people want to see whether you are credible, whether you are serious or just fly by night operator. So they want to watch your presence over a period of time. So that patience coupled with commitment and credible solutions and offerings will definitely take you far in global market.
And would you like to share with us some success stories or achievements of the group so far?
Yes, basically our achievement comes from the fact that we could conceive a project and then successfully get it registered in UNFCCC as a first of its kind project in the world or in the country, and then we could complete it successfully and demonstrate it successfully. So that is what we call it a success story. In today, we are the only technology provider with CDM POA registered in UNFCCC. And we are the only technology who can say that we have done zero pond, like zero pollution system. We have got trademark on that, zero pond, zero pollution. So nobody else can actually, claim that thing what we are trying to say. That is our success story, I would say.
And I would like you to elaborate on the biopower, biogas projects of the group.
If you look at the German market, they have 7,000 biogas plants, and I believe 30% of the entire national power comes from biogas and this biopower. So that's a huge component. If you look at India, hardly I think not less than 1% is from biogas, maybe less than 0.5%. So if you want to go to 10%, 20%, you need to have that biopower, biogas to biopower kind of thing. So that is what we are trying to do. In India also we are trying to highlight it to the Ministry of Renewable Energy, so that the potential is quite huge.
Right. And for businesses like yours, R&D is the nerve center. So how strong is the group's focus on research and development?
So our R&D is our project, because we don't achieve 100% success the moment you commission it. So our research and development and further development happens in the project itself. Luckily we have got very good clients. They support our activities of research in the field. At every project site, we do a lot of research with the client support, how to make it better, how to make it further improved. So we have a lot of commitment towards research and development.
Going ahead, KIS aims at power generation of nearly 100 megawatt from biogas, which would make the brand one of the largest biogas power plant developing technology hub in Southeast Asia.
That's all the time then we have for this episode of The Leaders of Tomorrow. If you feel that this episode on personal finance has worked for you, or you have any question about any aspect of your business, you can write in to us at leadersoftomorrow@timesgroup.com. You can tweet at me personally at Sunanda_J. You can reach us on social media using the hashtag LOT, or call us on that number you see on your screen. We promise to have all your questions answered. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good night.